welcome to today's video. Today we are going to do a mid-year flip through of my journals so far. I am hoping it's not going to be a very long video because I do not have a lot of journal content, having not started journaling this year until February. There's not gonna be a lot. So these are the journals that we are going to be looking at today. Let's start with my camel passport size traveler's notebook, which I didn't get until March. I actually have another video of me unboxing this and setting it up. I'll post it up here on the corner here, and you can have a look at that and see like what I started with, what I thought I would be needing in this notebook, and what I ended up using instead. So this one has a craft folder with some washi stickers. It has my monthly agenda. Like I mentioned, I didn't get this until March, but I decided to do the February spread still, sort of as a practice for how to decorate the monthly agenda. The reason being is because I haven't had a passport size monthly agenda. I've really only had it in the regular size, wherein there's a lot of space for decoration, and I didn't know how to decorate this one, which is half the fun of using a traveler's notebook. So I ended up just using very small stickers here. It wasn't very fun, didn't look very fun to me, and I realized that there was no reason for me to only use small stickers, and I had more fun doing the March spread here. I thought I would use only a specific color theme per spread, that way it's not very busy. I liked how this page turned out. I used a lot of blues and greens and some Van Gogh stickers. So yeah, this is the March spread. This is the April spread, which I also really liked. I like the oranges. The ink stamp here is kind of messy, but otherwise I like it. My only concern with the passport size traveler's notebook is that it's very small. In fact, I probably will not be purchasing the monthly agenda in this size anymore next year. Probably will go back to using a regular size monthly agenda because I already have very small handwriting to begin with, and I had to make it even smaller for this one just to make it fit. And I don't really have a lot of like appointments and whatnot, so what more if I have more things to write about, right? But for now, this works for me, and if I ever get one, probably not for like a daily agenda kind of thing, but more for, say, content planning, if I just want to write down things that I want to post on that specific day. So yeah, this is the April spread. The May spread, I tried to do something similar to the April spread, but it didn't really work out that well for me. Not my favorite spread, not compared to this nice one and this one here. And now there's my June spread. What I usually do for the monthly agenda is that I wait until the end of the month before I start decorating it. That way I can make sure that I'm not decorating over dates that I will end up needing to write on. So yeah, today as I am recording this, it is actually June 30th. So we're done this month. So we'll probably do this together today. I already have a couple of things written down on my July spread, I think even August, yeah. But we're going to be doing this one today. So that's the monthly agenda. Next, I have this grid notebook here. This grid notebook, this grid insert, when I first set it up, I didn't know what to use it for. I just know that I want a grid insert for just random notes, which I ended up doing on my field notes, but let's talk about that later. But it's quite providential, I think, that I ended up using this 2022 film like vintage camera sticker on this notebook, because this ended up being my content planner notebook for my YouTube. So I just started my YouTube again this year, and I needed a place to write like all my random ideas for what I want to post, right? And this ended up being that insert. So it has here like my Sarasa pens that I will be using on this notebook. I like working on a specific color theme, and these are my 3 favorite Sarasa pens. So those are the colors that I used here. It just has a kind of like a, what do you call this? Like a chart of whether I filmed for that specific date, edited it, posted it, and just like I said, like a list of ideas that I want to do for YouTube videos. These stickers here are these guys. I just like having random stickers to break the text, because otherwise it's another like text heavy notebook for me. It has some notes for myself, like halfway through, like, or after the first month after I started posting again. My husband and we sat down, and he made some comments on what I could do to change or to help improve my video. So it says here, more angle close-ups, more cohesive overlays, less background music, don't need to always show face during talking videos like this one here, be authentic, be genuine, more full screen chapter titles and all that. So some more ideas. Usually it has like the main like title or the main gist of the video. Like for example here it says mail art / care package. So that's the gist of the video, and it has some points of what I will be doing. Accordion fold paper, slots, pockets, envelopes, washi samples, parts, explain, show accordion, stickers, ephemera for decor, stickers. Anyway, so yeah, this is what this notebook is about. And finally, I have my sticker release paper here. This is just random stickers, really. I thought I'd just bring it here in case, say I'm outside and pulling off, for example, like a label like this one. I could just put it in here before doing my journal, because I don't want to do the journal straight away. But it also has like stickers that I could use in case I want to journal. That's it for my camel passport size notebook. Let's move on to the next one, which is the limited edition Traveler's Strain. I also have a video of me unboxing this notebook. I'll post it in the description below if you want to watch that one. This is their limited edition notebook for this year. Well, one of them, one of the 4. And this has a 2022 in lists notebook. I love making lists, so I thought that I might as well dedicate an insert for making lists. This is a third-party insert. I bought this off of Amazon. I wanted to see whether I would like it. I have tried it in the regular size, but I haven't tried it in the passport size yet. But I thought I would go through so many of the inserts so quickly that I might as well find ways to save money. And these are like less than half the price of a regular insert. So again, this is 22 in lists, and it has a list of lists. So this is just a list of things that I want to make a list of. Books read, series watched, etc. It says here fiction, non-fiction books read. So it has a list of books that I've read so far. Not sure if this is updated. I have to read through it again. Series that I've watched. What are the series that you've watched recently? Today again is June 30th, and tomorrow is the release of Volume 2 of Stranger Things, and I am excited but also terrified about what's going to happen. So I thought it's the last series that we watched. Actually, no. We recently finished. I'm gonna write it down before I forget. Is this the color that I used? We recently finished Lincoln Lawyer. So let me write that down here. Oop. I don't think this is the pen that I used. Oh well. Lincoln Lawyer. Yep, on Netflix. Big ticket purchases. Coffee shops we visited. Horrible moments. This is a list that I wish is very short. We're gonna skip what's in there. Yep. New things learned today. Well, not today. New things learned. Making pandesal, editing videos on Premiere Pro, pour over, Photoshop, making monai. Monai is like I think it's like a Filipino milk bread. Not sure what it is in English, but yeah, I recently learned how to make that. Products of FIHP. Produced, released, pending. This here is a list that will show you how much work we've been doing in our small business. Ta-da! Nothing. We haven't been doing much work. Yeah, that is it for my list notebook. Oh, I have like a growing to-do list here. So this is like just like a catch-all to-do list. So it just has things that I need to do, and I can just cross out whenever I'm done. And I can just keep adding onto it. So that is that, and then the other insert that I have here is just a sketchbook insert. I recently purchased, well, not recently, I purchased last March a sketch insert specifically made for sketching, but I realized very quickly that I didn't actually need it. This is just Traveler's Notebook's regular insert. It has more pages, and it's good enough for the kind of illustrations that I do. I used a brush marker for this sketchbook. This one right here. One of my favorites as well. I obviously really like this color. Yep. Anyway, so these are just random sketches really, so we're just gonna go through them quickly. This is from Still Here, Still Life on Instagram. I try to do it every once in a while, but I haven't really been able to do some sketches recently. So I thought that I would be able to fill this notebook quickly, but like I mentioned, I haven't been drawing recently. In fact, I think this is like a book haul attempt, like a drawing of our book haul, but I didn't end up having the time to draw the actual like book covers, so there's that. Same thing here. I think I wanted to draw the design of the new tote, but didn't finish it. And finally that one. So that is my sketch insert. It still doesn't have any decoration designs on the cover. Probably will do that soon, if not with you right now. But for now, actually, we'll move on to the field notes. So I usually only have one field notes at a time. Well, not only have, we have a bunch of like blank field notes, but I usually only use one at a time until I fill this up, and then I move on to the next. So this is my notebook version of a catch-all basin. Usually contains a lot of random stuff, but this one specifically doesn't have a lot of random stuff so far. It only has like business stuff, like a list of things that we want to do, like products that we want to produce, and post ideas for Instagram. Like I mentioned earlier, we really haven't been working a lot recently, so there's not a lot in here, but every once in a while, when Kevin and I sit down for meetings, we usually bring out this notebook and write down some thoughts and ideas for what's next for our small business. So there's that. Also, in the middle of this notebook, I have my notes for when I was learning pour over, how to do pour over. Like I said, it's like very messy. This isn't meant to be like an art journal kind of notebook, so it's just like very random. So that's my field notes. I do want to purchase, like I'm thinking about purchasing a leather cover for my field notes, but I also really enjoy looking at the field notes cover, so having a leather cover would mean that this would get covered, so I'm not sure. If you have a field notes and you've bought a leather cover for it, let me know which one you got. So just want to protect, I guess, the field notes from getting the edges, the corners folded. If you are wondering why this part is different from the rest of the video, it's because I had to refilm this part of the video. When I was editing, I noticed that you could clearly read the things that I wrote in my journal, and as much as this is an art journal, it's a journal wherein I put my thoughts and feelings, and there were just a lot of personal stuff there. And I had to refilm it and hopefully find a way to blur some of my journal entries and still show you like a decent flip through. So this is my regular size traveler's notebook. It was a gift from my husband before he was my husband in 2016. So I've had this for 6 years now, and it still looks really good. So let's open it. I have a craft insert here. So I found this in my stash, and it's basically blank except for like a few pages, and I don't want it to go to waste, so I thought I'd put it here on my regular size traveler's notebook and see what I can use it for, but I still have no idea. So let me know. There's this cute page here. That's it. So let me know what I can do with this insert because I really want to use it. I've never used a craft insert before. Maybe that's why. I think I'm intimidated by the blank page, like the blank spread. I usually like grids or dotted inserts. Now this is my 2022 journal. So my 2022 journal, like I mentioned before, I didn't start journaling until February, so there were a lot of things for me to write about on this journal. So I tried a different style for this journal wherein I would have multiple dates on one spread. How do I explain that? A lot of my entries, a lot of my spreads are like this, wherein it's date specific. I'm writing about a specific thing. But in the first few pages of this journal, you'll notice that I tried a different style. I'm going to open it in such a way that you can see the decoration but not read what I wrote. These are very text-heavy journal spreads because there were a lot of things that I wanted to write about. As you can see here, this is February 17th, but I wrote, "We rang in the New Year in the hospital." Well, technically not really, since visiting hours ends at 9 p.m. So it's Feb 17, but I'm writing about the New Year, and I'm just generally writing about Kevin's time in the hospital, what he's doing at home after he was discharged, and all that stuff. So with this kind of style, there is more space for actual journaling, but it's not very conducive to decorating, because I would have like different days on one spread. For example, this is just one day here, but there's not a lot of decoration. For example, on this page, I have February 21st, February 22nd, February 23rd, and February 25th. So this style is great for when you're traveling, say, and you don't want to bring your stickers and washi tape and whatnot, and you can pre-decorate the page and just keep writing. But I soon realized that I really don't like this style, that I want to be able to actually decorate the spread for whatever that day or whatever that entry is all about. Like this here is my birthday, and I wish I had an actual spread dedicated for that one. I think this is around the time that I realized that I want to go back to doing spreads. And this one here is my very first journal with me after I returned to YouTube, hence the 01, I think. And I really like how this page turned out. I really like the colors, like muted, neutral colors. This is another spread that's on YouTube. So this is about a specific day, about April 19th. But I think this is an update spread. So an update spread is like this page right here, wherein if I haven't been journaling a lot that specific month, I would do an update spread wherein I would just write about different updates about the month. Say like books that I read, what I'm watching, things that I bought, like a bunch of different things. I don't really journal daily. I don't have a schedule for journaling. I don't journal weekly. The reason being that I don't want to pressure myself to journal, so I just want to be able to do it whenever I want to, whenever there's something to write about. And because of that, there are some months wherein I wouldn't journal a lot, and I would just do this kind of spread. This is another update journal, hence the different like titles. And finally, I have this spread. This is still for May 25th, so I obviously haven't journaled for June. There was a lot going on. Kevin's going through radiation and all that, so I probably will do a June spread, June update. Yeah. And that's it for my regular size traveler's notebook. Now let's decorate the monthly agenda for June. Let's take this out just because it's easier to decorate it. out some stickers and stamps that I may want to use for this page. We'll put that aside here for now. It's been a rainy month, so, but I feel like it's still too big. Actually, it's perfect here. Okay. So I didn't want anything too busy for this page. Not a lot of color as well compared to the other ones. I'm already using a colored pen, so it should be fine. Let's see. Yep, that works. So there's that. Probably not gonna use these stickers anymore. So I'm adding the date stickers on days wherein nothing happened or I didn't write anything, just to fill up the space. And maybe we can try. Maybe we can use a different stamp. So one problem that I usually have when I'm journaling is that I don't know when to stop decorating, and sometimes it ends up looking worse than how it did when I first started. Hopefully I don't go overboard with this one. Another problem that I usually have when I'm doing a spread is that I always want to just fill it from like corner to corner, and I know that I don't have to. I just realized that I did this upside down. That's okay. But I'm feeling like this part here is kind of bare, and so is this part, and I'm not sure what to do at the moment. There you go. I think I'm done. I think if I add any more, I'll just keep on adding and it's just gonna keep on filling up. So this here is my June spread. Let me put it back here. Thank you for hanging out with me, and thank you for doing a quick flip through and update of my journals. I hope that you had fun and that I will see you again next week.